Nah, I'm not sticking on for sure.
Gervonta, I'm sure you believe you could knock him out at any weight. So with that said, why the rehydration clause? Is it the art of war? At games, why?
I mean, that's what happened when you're the A side. Dan should have came in at 126.
Is that taking advantage of his anxiousness to get that money and that big fight?
No, I just you gotta be smart. You can't just be a fighter, bro. That's what they want you to be. They want you to just take the fight at 150 and take the fight at 160 and this guy walking around at 170, 180. That don't make sense.
Does that,
if you beat Ryan, what?
To say, does that give them something to say
yeah,
though?
For sure.
But does that give them something to say where they wouldn't?
Yeah. I mean, what, the people? Yeah, for sure.
So that was Abdul Wahid, aka Gervonta Davis, explaining why he put Ryan Garcia on a rehydration clause. The irony of it all, when Gervonta was complaining about fighters who actually walk around 170 to 180 pounds, the funny thing about that, Gervonta actually fought someone who was walking around 180. And he made zero complaints, not putting him on a rehydration clause, so on and so forth. And that was Rolly Romero. The fans, Gervonta, nor his team made any complaints about Rolly Romero walking around 180 pounds. So why is it a big deal if someone else does the same thing? Well, since then, Gervonta Davis ended up changing his mind, either because he felt he didn't need the rehydration clause to beat Ryan Garcia. In his mind, he could have had overestimated Ryan Garcia, thinking that Ryan was actually bigger than he is. That's why Tank kept telling Ryan Garcia during the press conference, "I thought you was bigger than this." On top of that, we all know Ryan was Tank's biggest fight. However, it was one of Tank's easiest fights. Therefore, Tank could have had realized that skills pay the bills. Just like Floyd Mayweather said, that's why Floyd Mayweather didn't do that many catch weights. The fighters that didn't have that many skill did, such as Canelo Alvarez. It ain't no secret, Floyd Mayweather had never put any opponent on a rehydration clause. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez put a lot of his opponents on a rehydration clause. That's the difference between the goat and the sheep. One has the confidence and one doesn't. One has the skills and one doesn't. One want to fight the best and the other one doesn't. Now, the second reason is the backlash Gervonta received for putting Ryan Garcia on a catch weight and a rehydration clause. I mean, Gervonta didn't hear the end of it, and he's still hearing backlash to this day for putting Ryan Garcia on a rehydration clause and a catch weight. Due to all of the above, this is why Gervonta Davis has accepted to fight Devin Haney at 140 without any rehydration clause. The only thing left for Gervonta to do is send Devin Haney a contract or an offer. That's the main step, actually.
Do you think he'll go to 140 to make the fight happen, or catch weight?
He said it 100 times. He said it to me 100 times. He'll fight Devin Haney, no rehydration clause. And that's what he said to me.
But he'll
fight Devin Haney, no.
I'm confused because what's the difference? I mean, I see Haney has more skills than Ryan, but Ryan got hit with the hydration clause.
I don't know. Maybe at that time, Tank never seen Ryan in person. Probably thought Ryan was a real big dude. He probably, we don't know. Tank never met Ryan. He probably thought Ryan was a big dude. He probably wanted to make it at an even playing field. Ryan wasn't a champion at 140 at that time. Ryan was still a 135 pounder. Technically, he was still ranked everything at 135. So I feel like Tank, when that fight of him and Ryan fighting, the idea for Tank was always for it to be at 135. I feel like now Devin is vocal about it. Tank is realizing like this fight, it has to be at 140 if I want to. I feel like Tank is a fighter. He'll have, if he is who I believe he is, he's gonna go to 140. He's gonna get the job done.
We already ready to go to 40, bro. We already ready to go to 40, bro.
This is why when you hear anybody making excuses to why it's not fair, Devin Haney gains 20 to 25 pounds after the weigh-in, he's going to be 20 to 25 pounds bigger than Gervonta. That's not fair. This is why Tank doesn't need to fight Devin Haney at all. And if so, he has to fight him at a catch weight or a rehydration clause. The same exact fans who said Devin Haney is pillow-fisted, now they are worried if he ended up having a 5-pound weight advantage. That's right, it's not 25 pounds. It's a 5 to 10 pound weight advantage. That's it, that's all. Let me explain. It ain't like Gervonta is not going to rehydrate at least 15 to 20 pounds himself. Remember, Calvin Ford admitted that Gervonta Davis walks around 160 plus in shape before training camp, which ironically Devin Haney's strength and conditioning coach told me Devin Haney walks around the same exact thing. On top of that, when Gervonta fought Ryan at a catch weight of 136, they actually had a rehydration clause to weigh in again 12 hours before the fight at 146. So, since Tank came in at 145, 146, 12 hours before the fight, the $1 million question is, what weight did Gervonta come in at on fight night? If Gervonta gained 10 pounds over the course of that 12 hours from drinking water and eating, then that would mean Gervonta came in at 156 pounds. So, according to these statistics, Devin Haney is only going to have 5 to 10 pounds maximum of weight advantage. Remember, Devin Haney last fight, he fought at 140. On the other hand, Gervonta last fight, he fought at 136. I told you guys, if you take a look at Gervonta during the first weigh-in against Ryan Garcia, Gervonta looked more drained than Ryan Garcia. And even if you take a look at Gervonta during the second weigh-in on fight night, due to the rehydration clause at 146, Gervonta was looking like he made weight again, and he was about to have a feast after that. The point is, Gervonta is a big man himself. This is why Gervonta has missed weight multiple times during his career, even at 135. That's right. So while all of you guys are making excuses about the weight, are we going to pretend that Gervonta didn't miss weight at 135? How can you guys even complain about the weight if Gervonta already missed weight at that weight of 135? That right there dismisses Gervonta of making any excuses or complaints about any of his opponents being too big for him, since Tank is the one that missed weight, not Devin Haney. Additionally, it's important to mention and note that credit to Gervonta, he actually already agreed to fight Devin Haney at 140 without any rehydration clause or a catch weight. So anyone that says anything different, their opinion don't matter. The only opinions that matter is the fighters themselves, Gervonta and Devin Haney. I mean, it would have been crazy to hear Gervonta go from calling Devin Haney the pillow-fisted fighter to all of a sudden start complaining about the pillow-fisted fighter Devin Haney having a 5-pound weight advantage over him on fight night. That wouldn't even add up. If Tank is gonna claim Devin can't hurt anyone with them pillow fists, then why is he acting like Devin Haney has iron fists? At least all of a sudden, right? So keep that same energy. If Tank is the truth, then 5 pounds is not gonna make a difference from a pillow-fisted fighter. And I'm purely talking about the difference in weight between Gervonta and Devin Haney. Because I could guarantee you, without a rehydration clause, Gervonta is gonna rehydrate back up at least 15 to 20 pounds. After all, this is based on where Gervonta has been rehydrating back up during his previous fights. This is why Calvin Ford came out stating that he won't rule out Gervonta fighting at 140 again due to the fact he haven't seen Gervonta since he fought Ryan, and that was at 136. So Gervonta haven't made 135 for over a year. Due to that, Gervonta may have to fight at 140, depending on Calvin Ford examining Gervonta Davis to see how much he's going to rehydrate back up and what weight is he walking around now. I mean, it would be crazy if Gervonta fights at 135 his next fight, then misses weight. Man, Gervonta is not going to hear the end of it. Last but not least, when you hear anybody making weight excuses, not named Gervonta, since Gervonta himself already agreed to fight Devin Haney at 140 without any rehydration clause. You guys should ask that person, how come they didn't complain about Rolly Romero walking around 180 pounds right before he fought Tank, who was actually a power puncher, not a pillow-fisted fighter like you guys claim about Devin Haney? More importantly, when we talk about the special fighters like Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard, so on and so forth, these guys fought fighters bigger than them all of the times. So if you guys are going to claim Gervonta is a special fighter with power, speed, and athleticism, then why will 5 pounds difference between him and Devin Haney on fight night is going to make a difference, especially when Devin Haney is so-called pillow-fisted? That doesn't add up. You guys are treating Devin Haney like he's Gervonta and treating Gervonta like he's Devin Haney. You guys are treating Gervonta like he's the one who's pillow-fisted, not Devin Haney. Last time I checked, a special fighter named Floyd Mayweather fought for an entire decade fighters not just 5 pounds bigger than him, better yet, 20 pounds bigger than him, such as Canelo Alvarez, Maidana, so on and so forth. If we are being real, 5 pounds is nothing for Gervonta. He don't even have to be a special fighter to be able to be a pillow-fisted fighter who's only 5 to 10 pounds bigger than him on fight night. I'm talking about the difference in weight. Let's be real. And if Gervonta doesn't want to campaign at 140 at the moment in time, that's fine. Gervonta should fight the fighters in his division then. At 135, I'm talking about the champions, top 3. That would be Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. If Gervonta doesn't want to fight Devin Haney at 140, then he should fight Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson next at 135. Case closed. If weight was such an issue for Gervonta to fight Devin Haney, we all know Gervonta would have had been fought Devin Haney at 135 when Devin was at 135 for 8 years and 30 fights, especially when Devin was undisputed. With the facts being laid out, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I see a lot of things I could knock you out with. Okay, so when you get hit with the right hand, then what? Okay, we're gonna see. Okay, cool. And you couldn't knock out Cruz, who was what? Smaller than small. You couldn't do a lot of things. You couldn't do. You were losing to Barrios, were you not? Were you not losing to Barrios? Were you not? Okay, so it was fun. You see how I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even worried about it. So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you fight at 140? I'm small. I got a little friend. Hey, you know. I got heels on, okay. And you had a purse on yesterday, shut up. Yeah, you got one on now. Come on, man. I'm gonna beat him, I'm gonna knock him out, and that's it.